Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Mr. Michael X Harris, and anyone new to the channel, welcome. Today we're plunging headfirst into the glorious, absurd world of Grand Blue Dreaming Season 1. If you're looking for an anime that will make you laugh until your side hurts, and maybe, just maybe, question the life of its characters, then you're in the perfect place. Because in Grand Blue Dreaming, the diving club is less about elegant underwater exploration and a whole lot more about, well, we'll get into it. But buckle up, because this is one anime that truly makes you want to splash in the water. So let's get into it. Alright, so Grand Blue Dreaming kicks off with our main guy, Yuri Kitahara. He's your typical fresh-faced college freshman, right? Packing his bags, heading to the coast, probably picturing late night study sessions, maybe joining a chilling sports club, and normal college experience stuff. So first he arrives at his uncle's scuba diving shop, Grand Blue, ready to start his new chapter. And that's where, well, let's just say his expectations take a very sharp turn. Instead of a calm introduction to college life, Yuri is immediately ambushed by the diving club. And you might be picturing wetsuits and underwater exploration, right? Think again. These guys, Shinji and Riichiro, are more interested in, well, let's just say their priorities lie elsewhere. The initial humor of Grand Blue Dreaming really stems from this massive clash between Yuri's naive expectations and the absolute unadulterated chaos that is the Grand Blue Diving Club. He's trying to find his feet, and they're trying to fill his feet with, well, let's just call it club spirit in liquid form. And let's be honest, the diving club in Grand Blue Dreaming spends a remarkably small amount of time actually diving. Their primary activities seem to revolve around excessive drinking, partying, pulling pranks, and a surprising amount of skin. It becomes pretty clear early on that the scuba diving is almost secondary to their sheer absurdity of their daily lives. The diving club is really just a front for excessive drinking, crazy antics, and a surprising amount of nudity. But somehow, against all odds, and despite Yuri's constant internal screaming, it works. It's the sheer commitment to the ridiculous nature that makes this initial introduction so funny, and it sets a stage for the whole ride that Grand Blue Dreaming offers to the audience. Now, as hilarious as the initial premises, what truly makes Grand Blue Dreaming so captivating and endlessly rewatchable is this absolutely incredible cast of characters. Each one is a unique blend of quirks, flaws, and surprising moments of relatability, even amidst the utter madness. First up, we have our reluctant protagonist, Yuri Kitahara. He starts out as our audience surrogate, the relatively normal guy who gets thrown headfirst into a deep end, pun intended. We see the world through his often horrified eyes as he tries to navigate the bizarre rules and rituals of the Grand Blue Club. But what's great about Yuri is that despite his constant protests, he slowly but surely gets sucked into the madness himself, often with hilarious results. Then there's Kohei, Yuri's college roommate and eventual partner in crime. Kohei starts as the archetypal otaku, obsessed with anime and manga. He's initially just as bewildered by the diving club as Yuri is, but he has a remarkable ability to dive headfirst, again pun intended, into any situation, often with even more enthusiasm than Yuri. His over-the-top reactions and unwavering dedication to his hobbies, even when they clash with the club's activities, provide a ton of comedic gold. Now, we can't talk about Grand Blue without mentioning the legendary duo, Shinji Tokita and Riichiro Kotagawa. These upperclassmen are charismatic, perpetuously shirtless, it feels like, and utterly unhinged ringleaders of the Grand Blue chaos. They live for the next crazy prank, the next drinking game, and the next opportunity to mess with Yuri and Kohei. Despite their often questionable behavior, they possess a strange sort of charm and a deep sense of camaraderie. Providing a much needed anchor of sanity most of the time is Chisa Kotagawa, Yuri's cousin. She's intelligent, independent, and frequently the voice of reason amidst the club's insanity. Chisa is often exasperated by the guy's antics, but underneath her sometimes stern exterior, there's a dry wit and a surprising tolerance for their ridiculousness. Her interactions with Yuri are often a highlight, showing a complex and evolving relationship. Finally, we have Aina Yoshiwara, often nicknamed Kana. She's initially introduced as someone struggling with social anxiety, feeling like an outsider. Her journey throughout the first season is really compelling as she slowly gets drawn into the chaos, but ultimately accepts the role of the Grand Blue Club. Despite her initial awkwardness, Aina has her own unique quirks and a surprising resilience, eventually becoming a valuable and hilarious member of the group. There's more characters, but each of these characters, with their distinct personalities and often bizarre interactions, create a dynamic that is both incredibly funny and surprisingly endearing. They bounce off each other perfectly, creating a comedic symphony of errors, misunderstandings, and a genuine friendship. It's this unforgettable cast that truly elevates Grand Blue Dreamings beyond just a series of gags. All right, let's talk about what truly makes Grand Blue Dreaming a comedic force to be reckoned with. It's absolutely outrageous humor and the sheer brilliance of its visual gags. This show isn't afraid to come completely over the top, and that's where so much of the hilarity comes from. The character reactions in this anime are simply gold. When something absurd happens, which is, let's be honest, pretty much every episode, the characters' facial expressions and body language are dialed up to 11. We're talking about full on meltdowns, eyes bulging out of their sockets, bodies contorting in impossible ways. It's visual comedy at its finest and perfectly sells the sheer absurdity of the situations they find themselves in. And then, of course, there's the infamous naked apron. This running gag, well, let's just say it's a signature element of the show, is a prime example of Grand Blue's commitment to the bizarre. The humor here comes not just from the visual shock, but from the character's utterly deadpan acceptance of this ridiculous attire as a normal occurrence within the club. It's so strange that it loops back around to being hilarious. The general drunken shenanigans are another cornerstone of Grand Blue's comedy. The anime perfectly captures that feeling of losing all inhibitions and engaging in completely irrational behavior after a few or many drinks. We see characters attempting to have serious conversations while barely being able to stand, engaging in bizarre drinking games, and generally making decisions that they'll undoubtedly regret in the morning, if they even remember them. But beyond the character reactions and the recurring gags, Grand Blue is packed with a clever visual humor, and the animators aren't afraid to get creative with how they depict the characters and their interactions. We get sudden shifts in art style for comedic emphasis, incredibly detailed and expressive close-ups during moments of shock or realization, and just an overall sense that anything can happen for the sake of a good laugh. Now, while Grand Blue Dreaming is undeniably a comedy powerhouse, what elevates it beyond just a series of gags is a surprising amount of genuine slice of life moments, and even a touch of heartfelt connection that weaves its way through the drunken chaos. It's not just about questionable decisions. One of the most significant aspects of this development of the friendships between the characters is that despite their constant teasing and pranking, there's a real sense of camaraderie within the Grand Blue Club. We see Yuri, Kohei, Shinji, and Riichiro forming a genuine bond, supporting each other through the college life, and even if that support sometimes involves enabling their more questionable habits. Even amidst the constant craziness, there are moments where the characters genuinely have each other's backs, whether it's just helping someone through a tough time or sharing small joys and frustrations of college life. These moments of support add a layer of warmth to the otherwise chaotic proceedings. It reminds us that beneath the surface, these are young people navigating their way through the adult life. Then there's the evolving relationship between Yuri and Chisa. Initially, Chisa is mostly exasperated by Yuri's involvement with the club. However, as the season progresses, we see moments of shared understanding, subtle hints of affection, and even a growing sense of connection between them. While the romance isn't the central focus, these undertones add another layer of depth to the story and provide a more grounded emotional core amidst the surrounding absurdity. So while Grand Blue Dreaming will undoubtedly make you laugh, it's important to remember that it's not just pure, it's unadulterated comedy. There are moments of genuine connection, relatable college experiences, and the development of meaningful friendships that can make the characters feel more human and the story more engaging. These slice of life elements and the subtle hints of heart provide a welcome balance to the overall comedic tone. Now, despite everything we've discussed so far, let's not forget that Grand Blue Dreaming is absolutely about a diving club. And believe it or not, there are moments in the series where the characters actually, well, they go diving. These sequences offer a really beautiful and often surprising contrast to the usual mayhem we've expected to come. When the anime does focus on diving, the animation is genuinely stunning. The underwater environments are depicted with a real sense of beauty and tranquility. The colors are vibrant, the movement of the water is fluid, and there's a palpable sense of calm that washes over the viewer during these scenes. It's a complete 180 from the chaotic energy of the club's surface activities. These diving excursions also serve to highlight how scuba diving becomes a shared passion for the characters. We see them experiencing the wonder of the ocean together, discovering new things, and finding a genuine source of enjoyment in this activity. The diving scenes really do offer a welcome breather from the constant comedy. They provide a moment of visual beauty and allow the characters to connect on a different level. It showcases a more serious, focused side of them, even the perpetually rowdy Shinji and Riichiro. These moments remind us that there's more to these characters than just the crazy antics. Ultimately, the diving aspect in Grand Blue Dreaming, while not always the central focus, is an important element of the story. It provides a beautiful visual contrast to the comedy, showing a shared passion among the characters, and offering a glimpse into a different, more serene side of their personalities. It reinforces the idea that beneath the surface level craziness, there are genuine connections and shared experiences that bind them together. So after all the drunken escapades and underwater adventures, the question remains, what is it about Grand Blue Dreaming that makes it so incredibly enjoyable, even with its often utterly ridiculous premise? It boils down to a few key ingredients that the show masterfully blends together. Firstly, the strong character dynamics and the undeniable chemistry between the casts are the heart of the show. Each character with their distinct personality and quirks bounces off the others perfectly. The interactions feel natural, even in the most unnatural situations. The way they tease each other, support each other, and ultimately form a bizarre but genuine family is what keeps us invested, even when the plot is secondary to the chaos. Secondly, the effective use of comedy is simply masterful. Grand Blue Dreaming consistently delivers laughs through its over-the-top reactions, reoccurring gags, visual humor, and sheer absurdity. The comedic timing is sharp, and the show isn't afraid to push the boundaries of good taste for the sake of a good joke. It knows exactly what kind of humor it's going for and executes it brilliantly. The show strikes a decent balance between the outrageous humor and the more grounded slice of life moments. These glimpses into the characters' college experiences, their developing friendships, and even the subtle romantic undertones provide a necessary anchor. They prevent the show from becoming purely chaotic and allow us to connect with the characters on a more human level. Ultimately, a huge part of Grand Blue Dreaming's charm is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. It embraces its own absurdity with open arms, and it invites the audience to do the same. It's a show that's pure, unadulterated entertainment, designed to make you laugh and forget about the stresses of everyday life. And in that, it succeeds spectacularly. So overall, Grand Blue Dreaming Season 1 is a fantastic comedic anime. It throws you headfirst into a world of drunken divers, questionable decisions, and unforgettable characters. And it manages to be consistently hilarious while also delivering surprising moments of heart and connection. The season's strengths lie in its incredibly engaging and eccentric cast, its relentless and effective comedic delivery, the beautiful contrast of the diving scenes, and its surprising ability to balance the absurd with the genuine human moments. It's truly a unique and memorable anime experience. For those of us who have fallen in love with the chaos and the charm of Grand Blue Club, the hope for a season 2 is definitely strong. And speaking of season 2, I'll be doing a trailer reaction to that soon, so keep a lookout. But to continue on, there's still so much potential for hilarious antics and deeper connections with the characters, and maybe even actual diving. Whether we get to see more of Yori's sanity slowly eroding remains to be seen, but the demand for more Grand Blue is certainly out there. So if you're looking for an anime that will leave you with a smile on your face, then I would wholeheartedly recommend this to you. And just be prepared for a wild and utterly unforgettable ride. Well, that's our deep dive into the wonderfully chaotic world of Grand Blue Dreaming Season 1. We hope you enjoyed our thoughts on this hilarious and heartwarming anime. Now we want to hear from you. What did you think of Grand Blue Dreaming Season 1? What were your favorite moments? Have you watched it? Which characters made you laugh the hardest? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and we always love to hear what you have to say. And if you enjoyed this review and want to see more anime reviews, discussions, and even some deep dives into other absurd series, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Don't miss out on any future videos. If you know someone who needs a good laugh or is looking for the next anime obsession, please share this video. It really helps spread the joy of Grand Blue Dreaming and what it has to offer. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next step of our journey. Take care.